dramatic increase in interest in human-computer interaction. There have been a large number of conferences. In May, we held a conference here in Washington, D.C. There were 1,600 people who came here to learn about the topic of user interface design. I've mentioned and shown you this issue of the computers in life-critical systems, and my attempt here is to lay out the territory of applications of computers and user interface design strategies. In this case, for life-critical applications, the goal is rapid performance and low error rates. We even go for zero error rates in demanding situations such as air traffic control or the medical applications you saw before. The profile here of the users, though, is of long learning times. Very long learning times. The FAA's training for air traffic controller is 2 years at their university facility in Oklahoma City. NASA ground controllers typically have 5 years experience. We hope that all this training experience will produce those low error rates and rapid performance even under stress, a very demanding environment to be designing for. And under those stressful situations, things are moving quickly. There's no time to press the help button or read the manuals. The users must be well versed, but because of their constant daily use and their constant training for emergency situations, they can perform under those stressful situations. By contrast, we see the second category here of the high-volume commercial applications, such as airline reservations, hotel reservations, or insurance applications, where many thousands of people may be working. The training periods are typically a week or maybe 2 weeks, and we have a middle level of concern about the error rates and of the speed of performance and so on. But the key governor here is the cost. And these companies do often measure, and that's an important point I'm going to be repeating during these 2 days about measurement strategies. They measure the time it takes to perform tasks, the rate of errors, and so on. The researchers with the phone company's directory assistance program have estimated that trimming 1 second off the time for a directory assistance call is worth $40 million a year. Therefore, it's worth spending a few $1,000,000 a year to try to understand how people use that information, how to present it to them rapidly, how to organize it so they can find the results quickly and that they can carry out their intentions rapidly. The third major category of interest for user interface is the rapidly, still growing, but dramatic applications in office automation and word processing in the home or educational computing, where often the advertisements proclaim that 0 learning time, step right up and use our easy-to-use menus. And so here the emphasis is on short learning, not necessarily on rapid performance or even low error rates. After all, the damage of going down the wrong branch of a menu tree is not severe, usually. And so the emphasis shifts. In these situations, online help is necessary, and more of an engaging design, the use of color or maybe sound or graphics to engage the user is important. That's a great contrast with these other applications where the users tend to be more motivated and diligently applied and regular users. Here they may be intermittent users. They may be discretionary users. That is, they may not use it for more than once a week or once a month, and in fact they may be able to do their work in other ways. And if the user interface is poorly designed, they will find other ways to do their work, or they will utilize the system only for the minimum facilities that it provides that serve their needs. The last category I have here is the exciting area of powerful systems that enable people to explore new domains, search for information, do decision support, be creative. And here the goal is not necessarily to reduce the number of commands or the number of seconds, but to enable the user to be creative, to apply themselves to the problem they see. Not to wrestle with the machine, but to make the machine invisible. The machine becomes transparent, and they can concentrate on their work. The major strategy I see here is for representing the task domain on the screen and allowing them to manipulate in a low cognitive load strategy simply by pointing at something instead of having to remember a command, type the command, type a file name. But they would rather do more rapidly and effectively by simply touching the object of interest and making the action happen. So this is my first attempt at this reductionist approach, and during my talk I'll be trying to keep a balance between the scientific, the reductionist, the focused, the measurement approach, and the holistic, the intuitive, the designers, the synthetic approach. And we'll always, in this discipline, want to keep a balance of those two philosophies. We're now laying out the territory so we can apply those philosophies in an effective way. So now I need to deal with what are the issues that we as designers or users or evaluators of interactive systems have to deal with. And my emphasis here is to try to serve the user. I don't like the term user-friendly. It's a term that grates on my nerves.